Again from Highbury. Arsenal haven't got a particularly impressive track record in Europe. George Graham has tasted success as a player. That was in the old Fairs Cup, as it used to be known, 21 years ago. Now, as for the European Cup, well, our guest tonight, he knows what he's talking about. And King Kenny is with us tonight. There's nothing like a European night, is there, to stir the emotions?
No, it's magnificent for the fans, and it's great for the players. It seems to give them a change away from the normal routine of the games that they come up against week in, week out. Just playing for an opposition lifts everybody, lifts the club. If they get through Arsenal the first 2 rounds, then they've got to look forward to the quarter-finals in March, and it's nice to go through the winter period looking forward to European matches in March.
That was a magnificent team that you played in, Kenny, 4 European Cup triumphs. Do you think Arsenal have got the style and the players to succeed in Europe?
I think they've got the stars. They've certainly got the ability. I think in England you tend to belittle your own clubs, and I think we underestimate their ability. I think the people on the continent have a far greater appreciation of the skills of English teams than what we ourselves have.
Thanks, Kenny. We'll talk again at half-time. I'll tell you what, we've got one hell of a forward line here on the European match this evening. Kenny, and up front on the commentary box, Gary Lineker, alongside, well, I don't want to call you Moro, midfield player. What do you want to be known as?
I'm not the main striker. It's good to have Gary with us. Busy times for him after Hajduk split in Austria last night. But our first task for you is to sort the 2 teams out for you. Let's do that straight away. Arsenal then with David Seaman in goal, number 2 Lee Dixon, 3 Nigel Winterburn, 4 Kevin Campbell, 5 Andy Linnigan, 6 Tony Adams the captain, 7 David Rocastle, 8 Paul Davis, 9 Alan Smith, 10 Paul Merson and 11 Anders Limpar. Limpar suspended from league games, of course, but he can come back for this one. My information is that he's going to play down the right-hand side with Merson on the left. David Hillier is out with a foot injury. Paul Davis returns to partner David Rocastle in centre midfield. Well, Austria, Vienna have a Bulgarian international in goal, Ilya Valov. Number 2 is Attilo Sekalioglu. As a commentator, I hope he doesn't see too much of the ball tonight. 3 is Anton Pfeffer, 4 Robert Frind, 5 Manfred Zak, the captain, 6 Thomas Flögel, 7 Andy Ogris, 8 Aminas Nabekovas, and 9 Christian Prozinik, 10 Peter Stöger, and 11 Valdas Ivonauskas. They play with a sweeper, Zak, 2 markers in defence, Frind and Pfeffer, 5 in midfield with Ogris and Ivonauskas aiming to do the damage up front, supported by counter-attacks from the midfield players. Well, the substitutes tonight, Siggy Jonsson amongst the Arsenal subs, and the Austrians have brought only 4 with them. The referee, Rune Larsson, comes from Sweden, and right on cue, about to get this European Cup tie underway here at Highbury. Well, a terrific night in prospect. The Austrians in the violet shirts attacking the goal to our left. Arsenal in their away strip of yellow. Great night in prospect, as I say. And a free kick instantly for Austria-Vienna. And certainly for these Arsenal players, a new experience, a new football education underway as Limpar seeks to get Merson away down that left flank. Still with Merson. And he's away down that left with Limpar on the right, as we've been told it might be. And of course, there's nothing in club football that compares with playing in Europe, and there's nothing really that prepares you for it. Smith, well, that was so close to being the opening that Arsenal so badly wanted, and amazing the amount of space in that penalty area that Smith was given. Some great work here, though, and Smith's shot saved by Valov. Now Flögel to Ogris. So important that Arsenal concede nothing, and Seaman's out quickly.
Good start to the game, Brian. Great chance for Arsenal there. Kevin Campbell whipped an early ball in, which caught the Austrian defence flat-footed. Alan Smith could only really make sure his shot hit the target. He did that, but unfortunately for Alan, it went straight at the goalkeeper. But a good start from Arsenal.
But the key really, Gary, tonight is that they must concede nothing, with away goals possibly counting double over 2 legs in the event of the aggregates being level.
That's right.
They've got to seek to score, but above all everything else, they must not concede a goal here tonight. Here's Smith. In for Limpar. Looking to be in an impish mood tonight, but it's not one of his better efforts.
Actually interesting to see that George Graham has switched Merson and Limpar. Limpar naturally a left-sided player. Perhaps he fancies him cutting in like he did there and trying that sort of shot. He must have seen something to make him do that.
I saw Arsenal play at Crystal Palace and play so well on Saturday, and Merson was really outstanding down that left-hand side when, of course, Limpar was suspended. Here's Winterburn. An offside against Campbell, wearing the number 4 shirt.
Well, that's probably a more likely reason, Brian. I was fishing for something a bit more complicated.
Number 5 is Jacques, who's also captain of the Austrian national side. Ivanauskas. Swift challenge there on Nabagwas by Davis. Here's Linnigan. Arsenal really have got their bit between the teeth in these opening stages. Here's Winterburn. Davis. Winterburn again. Campbell on that far left-hand side once more. And Davis there didn't quite get a touch on it, but almost a replica of Campbell's cross in the opening minute that was nearly finished off by Smith. So Arsenal seeking to get some profit down those left-hand flanks. And a slight mistake there by Linnigan. Ogris trying to take full advantage of it, but Dixon getting it away into touch.
Yeah, so another good run from Campbell down the left, and he whips that ball in near post. Davis gets in, but the defender did well actually and just blocked him out. But they're the sort of chances, if they could get an early goal, that would really set them on the way. I think the Austrians are sitting back a little bit and trying to hit Arsenal on the break, typical sort of European tactic.
Ogris beaten by Limpar. Foul on him by Sekelioglu.
I think actually sitting back and hitting Arsenal on the break might be a bit of a dangerous game for them, because if they sink back too far, with the likes of Alan Smith and the strength of Kevin Campbell, they could really find themselves in big trouble with the crosses.
Little chip forward there by Paul Davis. Here's Kevin Campbell. Merson. Another trip to the Barbers. Got his first taste of international football with England at Wembley last week, of course, Paul Merson.
Took it very well as well. He only had 20 minutes, but he looked very lively.
The Bulgarian goalkeeper, Varov, gets it clear. Dixon with the header for Arsenal. Ivanauskas fouled by Linnigan. A free kick to Austria Vienna.
Ivanauskas is supposed to be the Vienna's dangerous player, so they'll have to certainly keep an eye on him on the break.
He's a Lithuanian, actually, who's played several times for the USSR. Adams. And now Winterburn. This, the Premier European Trophy, the European Cup, the Champions Cup. Castle. Limpar. Campbell going high for this one. Peter Stöger now for Austria Vienna. Linesman got his flag up on this side. Foul by Campbell, I presume, on the defender. And for Jacques, captain. Bit of a free kick expert as well, and if they get any penalties tonight, he'll be taking them. Sekelioglu. Adams chesting that forward. Merson taking it nicely in his stride, taking on his man. And a good challenge that time by the sweeper Jacques. Ivanauskas chasing this one. A lot of pace down that left-hand side, but Dixon matched it well there for Arsenal. Winterburn for Davis. Merson. In for Paul Davis. Flag up. Offside. The Austrians certainly have got a reputation for being a lively side with some good, talented individuals. They're top of the Austrian league at the moment. They lost their opening game of the season, but since then they've gone 11 without defeat. Arsenal's throw. Smith. Winterburn's throw. So he's preparing now to hoist a long one into that Austrian penalty area. Linigan's gone up for this, got the backward header, and Campbell was in there too.
I don't think Vienna would have faced too much aerial assault like they might get tonight from Arsenal. They've got so many big fellas, particularly from dead ball situations, long throw-ins, free kicks, etc. And that's really where they could cause them problems, although they do look quite a big side.
Actually, Arsenal seem to have settled quite well, don't they? I was saying that nothing really prepares you for the special demands of European football, and some of these Arsenal players will have had much of it. Gary?
Yes, but quite a few of them are internationals. In fact, probably most of them in the side. So it's a similar sort of thing to international football, playing against sort of perhaps patient build-up, man-for-man marking.
Merson knocking it down. Can Campbell get in there? Good work again by the keeper. And Pfeffer now brings it away. Flögel.
They do get men forward very quickly, Vienna. Dangerous on the break, and that's what Arsenal have to prepare against.
Adams. This is Jacques, the captain. Adams' header. But here's Thomas Flögel. But Rocastle did well, came away with the ball, but the Swedish referee said, oh, there was a foul there, and it's a free kick to Austria Vienna.
Looked a good tackle to me, Brian.
A perfectly good fair tackle. 10 minutes gone, no score in this European Cup. First round, first leg game.
Another interesting move by George Graham, playing David Rocastle in the centre of midfield.
This is Christian Brozanik. This free kick. Chip in there towards Ivanoskis. Narvik Kovas. Given away there by Linigan. But he slid that back awfully well with Davis. Straight to Seaman. Here's Winterburn. Towards Smith, but too high for him. Good jump there by Pfeffer. Ogris, they really have to watch him. We'll see him getting down for that one. But Andy Ogris could be a problem. He's had 36 caps for Austria, had a little spell playing in Spanish football at Espanyol in Barcelona. He lasted about 10 months there. Then went back to Austria. Dixon gets it back to David Seaman. Andy Ogris.
He didn't have a very good time in Spain. He had an option on his contract, but they didn't take it up.
A fairly temperamental character. He's had his share of yellow cards in his career, but the Austrians telling me that he has settled down a little bit now. It's a free kick for Arsenal, which Merson will take. Just holding it up for Adams to get forward there. Linegan's already in there. Smith and Campbell, so there's plenty of six-footers in that area now. It comes for Tony Adams, just knocked off his head, though, by the number 2, Sekelioglu. He's an Austrian lad, but it's of Turkish extraction. Here's Limpar with the corner. Towards Smith, down with a header, flicked over the top by keeper Valoff. Another corner for Arsenal. Smith on 6 goals this season.
This is the Arsenal way, to apply the pressure, keep them in the box, hem them in with corners and free kicks, and really apply the pressure and turn the screw.
Well, it's Merson with this corner, much deeper one there. Fisted away, not very convincingly. Merson again, sliding it in, but this time Jacques will get it away. Ivanauskas fouled by Rocastle. Telling me before the game that he's really settled into this midfield, regards it as a big new challenge and a new chance in his career. Just to play wide on the right, but he really feels as though he's got something to prove and is playing as though he has.
I think as well with Merson and Limpar playing in the wide positions, it looked difficult for him to get back, so it's given him that opportunity to get first-team football again.
Dixon's header, or rather Dixon's clearance to Limpar. Here's Rocastle. Spraying it around, worked very well indeed, this time finding Winterburn. In for Merson. Winterburn continues the run, but it was asking just a little too much of him. But Rocastle in that central midfield area, Gary, looks as though he's got a bit of vision about him. He's sprayed 1 or 2 very good long passes to both flanks already.
He has. It's the first time I've seen him there. I mean, we've only been playing not too long, but already he's looked impressive. He's won the ball, and as you said, he's sprayed a few nice passes around.
Flurgel getting it in for Ivanauskas. Foul by Linegan. Sekelioglu. Held up by Limpar. Austria Vienna's throw. Strangely behind. It's an Arsenal throw taken quickly by Limpar. Massive throw there.
Too massive.
In fact, too massive. 28 years old tomorrow, David Seaman. I was reminding him it's a good birthday time for goalkeepers. Peter Shilton, happy birthday to Peter Shilton, who's 42 today. Yes, he said, I'm 14 years his junior, with that great big Yorkshire smile of his. That came off Adams, and Linegan stumbled. Ivanauskas now in a dangerous position. Can they get it through? Arsenal not out of the wood yet. Rocastle trying to get it clear. Good save by Seaman. And Arsenal very nearly in deep and serious trouble there.
Crucial save that from Dave Seaman. That would have been the last thing Arsenal wanted, was to concede a goal there.
But Ivanauskas with the shot, saved by Seaman. 2 Lithuanians in the Austria side. This is one of them. Narbakovas, the number 8 is the other one. They left their club in Vilnius when Lithuania's clubs quit the Soviet League in support of the Baltic states' demands for independence, and both wound up in Vienna with Austria Vienna. The other one of the 2, Narbakovas. Out by Davis. Ooh. Arsenal being penned back themselves at the moment. Stoger in the end fouled. Free kick for Vienna. They want to take it quickly. Picked up Flurgel here. Limpar gets it clear for a moment. Pfeffer returns it. Dixon now. Rocastle. They look a useful side, the Austrians.
Oh, they can play, and I think I'm right in saying that they beat Manchester United in a pre-season friendly 5-1. I mean, what sort of side United had at that night, I don't know, but whatever side they had, that's an impressive result. And they're the champions of Austria, and Austria's certainly not a third-rate football country, although they had a disappointing World Cup.
Yes, they had a disappointing World Cup, and of course they had that dreadful defeat against the Faroe Islands, remember, in the European Championship qualifying for this current championship. So their international football is a little bit on the floor at the moment, but you're quite right, Gary. There's a lot of talent spread throughout that country. But here's a throw for them, being taken by Prozinik. Stopped by Winterburn. Rocastle. Merson. Cut out quite easily too by Narbakovas. Putting the ball away a little too much for comfort in these last few minutes, Arsenal.
Yeah, they've got to keep patient. They obviously wanted an early goal, but the fact that it's not come is not a disaster. They've got plenty of time to score the goals, and they've not got to sort of get too frustrated.
Winterburn.
You can't force it in. You've just got to keep playing your way until they come.
Dixon. Limpar, bit of space for him. Smith one side of him, Campbell the other, but he's let it run a little too far. Narbakovas, stopped by Davis. Finds Rocastle. Smith's up there. Dixon's gone the overlap for him. Arsenal's throw. Lee Dixon with it. Yes, the number 2 there is going to get a yellow card for presumably ungentlemanly conduct, jumping in front of Dixon as he tried to take that throw. I don't know whether there was any contact or not, Gary, but...
It's an unusual booking offence. He certainly did impede the throw. He was jumping right on his toes, but strange booking.
Obviously looking for a way to curb these long Arsenal throws into the box. One from the other side by Winterburn almost caught them out early on in the game. Well, here's Dixon unimpeded this time with a good long throw. But Flögel bringing it away. I'd be surprised to see Arsenal in their away strip tonight, but UEFA's Article 13 apparently says that if there's a colour clash, the home side has to change. Well, the Austria Vienna white shorts would have clashed with Arsenal's usual white shorts. That means that Arsenal wear their customary red and white in Vienna in a fortnight's time.
To be honest, Brian, I think Arsenal's kit clashes with everything.
One good thing is they've made an effort now to put a big yellow patch on the back of those shirts so that everybody in the stand, those of you at home as well, and those of us on the commentary box can at least read the numbers now. So thank you to Arsenal and the manufacturers for that. Up goes Dixon, won that well in the air. Might be a bit of space for Rocastle. Narbakovas getting back quickly. Dixon hurling it in early towards Alan Smith on the far side. Up goes Smith. Merson trying to volley it back. Winterburn. There's a foul. Free kick to Arsenal. Foul by Ogris. Dixon. Campbell. Adams in quickly. Oh, bad ball by Linnigan. And suddenly Flögel's through there, but Linnigan got some support from Adams coming in quickly, but it was Linnigan's mistake. Very, very nearly let FK Austria in, and particularly Peter Flögel. Campbell. Rocastle. Winterburn. Merson. Adams. Good play. He's been an absolute rock in this Arsenal defence this season. Dixon. To Campbell. Campbell now. A chance for Arsenal here. But he hit it without great power, straight at the goalkeeper. Terrific break there by Kevin Campbell, and once he pulled that inside the defender, you felt that the opening goal was just a second away. Davis with the shot. Good save again by Valoff. Here's the first one coming up, Gary.
Yeah, he did everything right, bar the finish. And it showed great strength there as he cut inside. And he had a good shot. He just didn't hit it right. He misconnected with it. It was a shame because it was the best chance of the night.
Lee Dixon. That'll give Arsenal a bit of encouragement. Campbell trying to get underneath this one and get in behind that defence. Gets it back to Davis. Just knocked off his foot though. Linningham backpedaling. But it come through to Davis. That was a clever cushioned header there by Davis. For Rocastle, spreading it wide again for Winterburn. Oh, Winterburn's gone round his man. Calls for a good cross here. Hit it in low. Given away. Smith goes down. Penalty. Look of triumph on the face of Alan Smith. But now the work is down for Lee Dixon. 5 penalties last season. None in the league so far. This is it, Gary.
I'm not quite sure there was contact there, actually, on the replay.
Well, it's a golden opportunity now. The Austrians are very unhappy about this. Dixon scored 5 times from the spot last season. He's not had one this, although he scored in a match here against Celtic and in the Makita. A vital kick now for Arsenal. Lee Dixon against Valoff in the Austria goal. He's missed it. And the Austrians bring it away through Sturga. Nabakovas. Now Rocastle. A major disappointment for Arsenal. They've got to put that behind them now, though. What I'm told also is that Valoff hit his head on the post as he attempted to save that, and is struggling.
Must have been some dive to head on the post from a penalty.
Well, let's have a look at it, Gary. That's the information I've been given. Here's the penalty. Let's just have a look at...
He certainly didn't hit his head on the post there. But unfortunately, the ball hit the post, or the bar, I should say, from Lee Dixon, and that's another great chance gone missing.
How on earth did he get this injury? As you say, a major disappointment for them now. They've got to put that behind them, though.
That's right, they've just got to keep pegging away. They've had some chances, and the goals will come if they keep creating them.
Up goes Adams. Foul by Merson on Sturga. Adams again. Winterburn. Ivanauskas. As though he might take some stopping, and he's a powerful man. Austria Vienna throw. Taken by Christian Prozanik. Narbakovas. Dealt it clear, though, by Tony Adams. Jones's header. Limpar. Hasn't been the best of seasons in terms of luck for Lee Dixon, with that penalty miss there. And of course, that extravagant own goal that we saw in the opening minute of the game here against Coventry City. Campbell. It's Limpar. Dixon with the throw. Puts the cross in, and a good one too towards Campbell.
I hope it's not going to be one of those nights for Arsenal where nothing goes in. They've certainly had a few chances.
Stoger. At 28 minutes gone. Just joined us. Arsenal 0, Austria Vienna 0. If you have just joined us, Arsenal missing a penalty through Lee Dixon. Came back off the crossbar. Ivanauskas. Dixon. His fellow fullback, Winterburn. Bennigan. Dixon. Up to Campbell. Smith just knocking it on, but Merson can't get there. Ivanauskas. And there was a foul by Linnigan. Winterburn. A little bit in the shop window tonight is Ilya Veloff. He's got a contract with Austria Vienna, but only through till December. Because Franz Wolfart, the #1 goalkeeper, has got a bit of a knee injury. In fact, he's one of the subs tonight, Wolfart. But Veloff is there, 33 caps for Bulgaria. He played for FC Berlin before Austria in the old East German League. But if the club's looking for a goalkeeper, then he might just be available from December onwards. Prohaska, the Austrian manager, on the right. He's old international. Well, not so old, really. He's the Austrian manager. He's only 36. Merson. Dixon. Space opened up. Hitting it long, but well wide of Alan Smith. Jack getting it away. Abakovas couldn't control it. Davis. Winterburn offside against Limpar, who switched to the left with Merson coming over to the right-hand side.
I think Arsenal are having more success when Campbell and Smith play quite close together. If I can try and explain that, because they've got man for man on them, and they've also got a sweeper behind. And when they're playing close together, they're giving themselves more space out wide on the wings because the fullbacks are really pushed onto Merson and Limpar. And that's the way they do it. Campbell's been dragged a little bit wide too early, thus killing his own space. What they need to do is get close together and leave that space down the wing so they can break into.
Flögel. Throw going to Austria Vienna. Yes, Campbell's over on this side now, isn't he?
Yeah, now if they can get close together, the marker will automatically go with him, and then the sweeper doesn't really know what to do.
Ivanauskas. Little back heel. And the #8, Abakovas. Winterburn. Nil-nil still. Limpar's little touch. Smith. Put into by Pfeffer. George Graham on the phone to Stuart Houston, his right-hand man, down on the touchline. Adams getting it back. And now the words being passed on. George Graham to Stuart Houston out on the pitch. If you can lip read, you can probably get ahead of me. Foul that time by Thomas Flögel to Arsenal. Smith. Flögel again, in comes Rocastle. It's Peter Stöger, who from midfield scores his ration of goals. He's their top scorer with 5, but a poor pass there, cut out by Winterburn. Just tried to poke it on quickly to Limpar. And Manfred Jacques back to his goalkeeper valve.
Yeah, he just tried to play it before he was ready to play it. He was a bit off balance and trying to poke it through. He didn't quite get enough on it.
Ogris. Adams will turn it back. Finnegan. Finnegan getting a good run in the first team with Steve Bold still out injured. Although Bold was telling me tonight that he's back in training again and the reserve team game could be just a matter of days away. Free kick now for Arsenal. Paul Davis will take it. Although Rocastle is across there as well. Davis chipping it in. Adams there. Oh, that just needed to fall either for Merson or for Linnigan because the keeper was out of his goal. Just went between them.
The Austrian defence left a lot of space between the back line and the goalkeeper there. And Arsenal very nearly exploited it.
Prosinec held up just for a moment by Winterburn. But here's Prosinec again. Getting it into Ivanoska. Good challenge again by Tony Adams. Limpar. Campbell, powerful young man, being shadowed there by the number 4, Frind. Gets it to Rocastle, runs into trouble. Here's Prosinec now. Stögel. Foul by Rocastle. Stögel to Prosinec. Knocked away by Dixon, needed to be as well. Flögel was floating in just behind him. So Austria with a corner to be taken by Peter Stöger. One of quite a number of Austrian internationals in this side. Another of them, Ogris. So Stögel with the corner, not a good one. Cut away there by Paul Merson. Rocastle. Navakovas. Stöger. Ivanoska. Linnigan. Calmly playing it wide. Looking for progress down that left flank with Winterburn. And now with Limpar. Linnigan. Winterburn to Limpar. Thought about crossing, held it up for a moment towards Alan Smith. Pushed away well, a super save. He's in terrific form tonight, Valoff. Some good work by Limpar. And Smith's header, which possibly also came off the defender, but an excellent piece of goalkeeping by the Bulgarian. Arsenal's corner, floated in again, and Flögel first to show and get it away. And still Arsenal being held to 0-0 here as Limpar plays it in again towards Adams this time. Linnigan! And Arsenal have scored! He's never scored for Arsenal until now. Look at the smile of celebration. The big defender who came from Norwich, whose chances have been few and far between until this season. And to be fair, he's given the ball away once or twice tonight, not his best performance. But now, suddenly this, Gary Lineker.
Yeah, he got the chance on his left foot and he buried it. A great finish there from Linnigan. Just what Arsenal needed just before the break. They've had the chances, they haven't gone in, but never let the heads drop, and they've kept creating them. It had to come in the end.
There it is again. Storming into that Austrian net to put Arsenal into the lead. 1-0. Was right in there, causing a certain amount of consternation in the defence, which opened up the way for Linnigan. The two big central defenders then combining to make sure that Arsenal go into the lead, and now they've got to defend. Ogris being pursued by Dixon.
Interesting to see the goal coincided with the chap on the ball now. Limpar starting to get into the game.
Yes, Limpar truly getting into the game.
He got a couple of crosses in, the one that Alan Smith headed where the goalkeeper made the save, and then he got the other ball in, which resulted in Linnigan scoring.
Maybe a little happier, Gary, on that natural left side.
Yeah, before that he'd not really been in the game. I've seen very little of him, but he's a dangerous player when he can get in the ball.
Here's Dixon from Davis's ball. Smith up ahead of him. Merson going through there on the right-hand side. Paul Merson. Will Smith finish it off? No! Pfeffer came in at the very last to deny Arsenal a second goal. But Arsenal looking much more in the mood of it now. Limpar with the corner. Great pressure on the Austrians as Arsenal look for a second goal. Ogris knocking it away. Dixon with an opportunity of returning it. Arms aloft over there. Campbell had his up. Linnigan wanted some more of the action. Dixon now heading it to Winterburn. Up to Campbell. Here's Davis. Limpar. Smith offside. But the Arsenal fans are beginning to enjoy it now.
Yeah, there's a sense of relief around the stadium having seen Linnigan there scoring his first goal for the club. And also, if Vienna aren't too careful, there might be a bit of an avalanche here. If Arsenal can get another before the break, then the tie could be close to over.
But still, Gary, in all the excitement, they must stay alert and concentrated at the back.
Well, that's the danger.
Rocastle. Now, he's got so much zest about his play again now, Rocastle. Little ball there, through to Campbell. No, showed far too much of that to the keeper. Followed him with a challenge, and Valoff has gone down, and the referee quickly has called for the stretcher as Campbell went in there. His first touch really played it too far forward there.
Yeah, it was
just going away from him. Challenged for it. Valoff went down.
It was fair enough going for that one. There's no intent or malice there. He impresses me every time I see him, Campbell. He's missed one or two chances, but he's prepared to keep going in there. And when his finishing does improve a little bit, I think he'll have the the complete striker. I certainly think him, along with Shearer at Southampton, are the best two strikers I've seen of the younger breed.
He stuttered a bit at the start of this season, but he got a couple at Selhurst Park on Saturday, which I think got his confidence going again, Gary.
Well, that's right. It's a test of a young striker. We're always going to have bad spells, and you have to learn to live with those. But he showed, with the fact that he scored 2 goals at Palace, and he's been such a threat tonight, that he's got the character to overcome little bad spells.
Looking at that slow motion again, the good news, it would appear to be that it wasn't Valof's head that was touched there, but he tried to kick the ball out of his hands. Didn't look to be any serious contact with his head. Yes, it's a hand that's got the injury, and a little shake of the hands there at the end, which was good. But here's a man who's beginning to prosper now, Anders Limpar, and the more he does so, the more will Arsenal.
Actually, Limpar looks to be limping a little bit. No pun intended, but...
Adams with a header. Have a look at him in a moment. Adams now backpedaling. Sit back very confidently indeed under the trusting run there of Bekubas. I think Limpar looks as though he's moving fairly comfortably now, Gary.
Yeah.
Smith. Rocastle. Winterburn. Campbell. Jack getting it away. Finnegan's header. Winterburn, bit of space now for Davis. And Limpar offside. Talking about injuries, what about yours for Spurs fans? You came off before the end in Austria last night.
Yeah, nothing too serious, Brian. I've been carrying a bit of a toe for a while and stubbed it again.
Dixon stubbing out a toe there to get it back to Seaman.
The problem was with sort of trying to carry it through the game when it wasn't too comfortable. Led to a bit of a back injury, so I had to come off. But that's not as bad as I first thought, and hopefully I'll be all right for Saturday.
Good. Rocastle, where you play Wimbledon, is it Saturday?
Yes, at Selhurst Park. Let's get it right.
Merson. Crossed in nicely. Will Campbell get to it? Will Smith get to it? No, neither will. Ogris. It's the ball back to Sturgill. Could be a problem here for Arsenal. Well, that was a fearsome shot there from Prezenik. Sweeping wide of David Seaman's goal.
Would have been a bit of a travesty of justice, I think, if Vienna have equalised. I mean, Arsenal have certainly been far superior in the half, and I don't think they could have had any argument to being probably 3 or 4 down.
But it does confirm again that you don't take your eyes off them for a moment. Here's Campbell. That's a corner for Arsenal. No, the linesman is very adamant, says goal kick.
Can't work that one out.
Time added on at the end of the first 45 minutes. Free kick to Austria Vienna. This is Andy Ogris. Merson. Dixon. Summing up of the first half, Gary Lineker.
Well, very impressive from Arsenal, despite the fact things didn't really go their way chance-wise. Didn't get the breaks, missed a penalty, they've stuck at it and thoroughly deserved the lead. Probably deserve a bigger lead, really. And if they keep playing this way in the second half, I think they'll run out good winners. But it's been a good game.
Yes, indeed. Smith. Prozanik back to goalkeeper Valoff.
Interested to see actually in the second half if the Austrians come out a little bit more and really have a go and try and get that away goal.
Well, there's the end of 45 minutes. Andy Linighan's goal, 37 minutes into the game, give Arsenal a precious 1-0 lead against Austria Vienna after Lee Dixon had missed from the penalty spot. That's the half-time situation here at Highbury.
Welcome back. Arsenal leading by 1-0. Plenty of chances, but always one of the intriguing aspects of European football is the importance of not conceding a goal at home. You know, don't concede the old away goal. And enter David Seaman, who made a very vital save at a very vital time.
Yeah, Arsenal have been pressing the whole match up until here, and it's very important the goalkeeper keeps concentration. The ball's bouncing about the box, they don't quite get it away. 11 is a shot, and he gets down very well to it. But that's just that's part and parcel of his job, and the most important part is to retain his concentration throughout the whole 45 minutes in that half, obviously.
And on such occasions, European games can just change completely, can't they?
Well, away goal is a completely different attitude. I mean, if Austria score a goal, then it gives them a tremendous confidence. It gives Arsenal an uphill battle, because when they go away from home in the first leg, they would love to score first.
So many chances in the first half, Arsenal, didn't they? Would you say Kevin Campbell's run and shot was just about the best opportunity they had before?
Well, he makes it for himself out of nothing. He's very strong and powerful, and he gets past the defender, does well, cuts inside the other guy here. And unfortunately, he just, I don't know why he tried to just get it up or roll it in the corner, but the goalkeeper, give him a bit of credit as well. He's made a decent save. But Campbell really is causing him one or two problems. He was involved earlier on in incidents.
Strong lad, isn't he? This is the penalty incident, Ken. I mean, your initial reaction was that there was no contact with Smith.
No, I don't think there was any contact, but I think the intent in the defender was there. And I think Alan Smith, to save himself being injured, has jumped up over
Here's
it.
the way you used to take penalties.
I never got that close. He's unfortunate. He can just as easily get in his but he can't hit the bar. But all credit to Arsenal, despite the misses early on and despite the penalty miss, they kept going and they kept pressurising. Sometimes your head goes down, you miss a few chances, but they kept going, they kept persevering. The only way they're going to overcome it is to continue to get in there and make the chances. Once they make them, there's bound to be something going. And
which it did after. They had to wait 37 minutes.
It doesn't matter. There's still a long time to go after the 37 minutes. It's a cross from Anders Limper, who I think could cause him one or two problems if he gets wide. Adams is a challenge, and it falls nicely for Andy Linighan. He doesn't half put it away with him. It's a good volley. It's even better for me because I've got him in the sweep.
That's right, yes. But I've got to tell everybody that it's the last goal in the sweep that counts. So if it stays 1-0, you're in the money. If it's not, I'm sorry about that.
Let's hope for Arsenal. It's 1-0 tonight, a bit 4-0 over there.
OK, look, I'll make you smile again. Final score at Anfield, by the way. Liverpool have won 6-1 tonight with 4 goals by Dean Saunders. Let's hope we get a few more goals here in Highbury after the break. Looking pretty good for Arsenal. They've only ever won a European competition once. That was back in 1970, the old Fairs Cup, as I mentioned at the start of the programme. They beat Anderlecht over 2 legs, and their captain, the victorious captain, was Frank McClintock, who's here tonight, and he's also with Gary Newbon right now.
Frank, what should Arsenal be doing to really press in on this advantage now?
Well, I think George will be reasonably pleased, except for maybe not capitalising on some of the chances they had in the first half. They probably had 8 chances and also missed a penalty. I think he'll be quite pleased. I would think he would probably try and push Anders Limper a little bit further forward, because he's the one player, especially in the Arsenal side, that's got the pace to get behind the Austrian defence.
There was a worry about Limpar's hamstring injury, but he's OK, he's just come back. So what is the lead they need to go for the second leg?
I would think they would need at least 2 goals to feel really comfortable.
Thank you, Frank.
Pleasure.
OK, Frank McClintock there. One quick word before the second half starts. Ken, well, not what would George Graham say. What would you be saying to Arsenal now if you were manager then? Or what would you have said at half-time?
No, I think the way they'll continue is with Limper on the left and let him get a few crosses into the box. Although I'd be happy to win the sweep, I don't think it will. I think Arsenal will go on with the encouragement and the confidence of the goal with the North Bank in that goalkeeper's ears. I think he might panic a little bit. I think Arsenal might get another 2 goals here.
OK, thanks, Ken. Typical Scot. He's after the sweep. Let's rejoin Gary Lineker and Brian Moore.
Thanks, Eldon. As we prepare now for the second half of this European Cup first round, first leg game. Arsenal leading 1-0. The second leg to come in the Prater Stadium in Vienna in a fortnight's time. Here's Limpar to the goal scorer, Andy Linnigan. What we need from Arsenal is much of what we saw in the first half, with just 1 or 2 chances in this half being taken. Prozanik trying to get Ivanoska away down that right flank. Tony Adams with a throw for Arsenal. Smith beaten in the air that time by Narbekovas. Flögel. Trying to get Ogris away. It's held off, it seemed, there by Dixon. Linnigan. Smith obstructed there quite clearly by Anton Pfeffer. A free kick for Arsenal. Adams making his move forward, so too is Linnigan.
It's important for Arsenal not to lose the momentum of the first half. Sometimes half-time can come at a bad time. They were really on top, pressing, and then it comes and it's dead again. What they've got to do is lift it right from the start and get the crowd behind them.
It's Davis with the free kick. Floating in there towards Smith. Oh! Some more good work by the keeper. The ball had gone across for the corner. Sure whose header that was, but
it was Linnigan.
Was it Linnigan again?
Yeah.
Was indeed ducking in there. Valoff with the header. Arsenal with the corner, taken short this time to Campbell. Back again to Paul Davis. Then moving towards Alan Smith. On target with Adams following it in. Valoff to Ogris. Linnigan again. Prozanik. One Lithuanian to another there. Narbekovas and Ivanoska's had a little movement. Dixon. Now Campbell. Not sure whether that was a dummy by Merson, but the ball went through to Kevin Campbell nonetheless.
I think it was, Brian. I think
It was a dummy?
Yep.
Dixon. Davis. Arsenal trying to get the momentum going again, as Gary Lineker was saying. Rocastle getting it through to Winterburn. Here's Limpar. Tried a little back flick, but didn't come off. Davis coming across, but this is good work by Ogris. And danger looming here for Arsenal. Ogris with the shot. It may just have come off the defender. Indeed it has, for the corner to Austria Vienna. Andy Ogris, 26 years old. And the corner to be taken by Peter Stöger. Frind is in there, the big defender, up towards the near post, but he's a decoy. Adams with the header getting it away. Ivanoska getting away from Campbell. Fouled there, right on the edge of the box by Winterburn. Winterburn hobbling a little bit after that challenge on Ivanoska. Comes Winterburn. Down goes Ivanoska, and it's the free kick. Make up their mind who at the moment is going to take this one. Arsenal need to be vigilant, though. hit. And half saved there by Seaman. Just scooped that one away. It was Manfred Jacques with a really powerful shot. And here come Vienna again. Ivanoska, the real danger man. Dixon trying to cut him off. Linnigan getting it away. Rocastle finally hoofing it clear, this time to Limpar. Winterburn. Really worrying moment that, wasn't it?
It was a hell of a good strike, and Dave Seaman blocked it. Good defending by Arsenal. They followed in there, making sure that anything that did come off Dave was cleared.
Ivanoska seems so hard to shake off the ball. He shrugged Rocastle off there, but Winterburn on his tackle in. Smith, the game is moving at a fairly rapid pace again as Paul Davis now plays it for Lee Dixon. Dixon gone past his man. Little chip pass now to Merson, tried to get it on the volley, a wonderful shot, and Smith makes it two. What a fabulous bit of play by Merson though. And good sweeping up of the details there by Alan Smith. Merson smiles. It was a wonderful shot by him, and a super save again by Valoff. Just look at this. Takes it on his chest, whacks it on the volley, saved beautifully by the keeper. He could only parry it, and Smith finishes it off, and Arsenal 2 ahead. Gary Lineker.
Yeah, it was a great move, actually. Lee Dixon did well, fed Merson. Tremendous strike. Goalkeeper pulled up a good save. And Alan Smith did exactly what the defenders did at the other end. He followed in off the goalkeeper. So they got it right at both ends, and it just shows you the importance of that. I think Nigel Winterburn looks like he's struggling from that injury we saw earlier. But it just shows you the importance of following up. If the Austria strikers had done it at the other end, they could have been level. But Arsenal did it, Alan Smith did it at the other end. Striker's instinct, and they're 2 goals clear.
As you say, the striker's instinct. He was there on the spots where the rest of us were gasping at the wonderful volley of Merson and the superlative save by Valoff. Smith had thoughts only of what might be picked up. Winterburn now hobbles off, and I would have thought David O'Leary might be the one to come on. So Arsenal 2 to the good. Stoger. Merson. So O'Leary working hard. Gary Lewin is on Nigel Winterburn just below us here.
It's 24.
24. I think what he's got is probably a dead leg, Brian. He's probably got in that earlier collision. He got a knee in the thigh or something. It can be painful, and sometimes you can't run them off.
Well, Winterburn wants to get back on.
You'll probably see him hobble around for a while, trying to loosen it off for 5 minutes, and then if it doesn't, he'll probably come off.
Davis. Well, Winterburn's coming on. Limpar's throw to Paul Davis. Here's Winterburn again. Came off the Austrian. Arsenal's throw. Winterburn with it. Towards Linnigan, not done by him. And Smith has done it again. 3-0. A brilliant start to the second half for Arsenal. It's only been going 9 minutes and they've scored twice in it to take the tally to 3. 2 for Alan Smith, 1 for Andy Linnigan in the first half. And Arsenal truly on their way now. Gary Lineker.
Yes, Campbell held it up well and Alan Smith finished it off. And there we say goodnight, Vienna.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
Corner, wasn't it? But good finish, low in the corner.
And a really brilliant start, as you can see. The second half, what, 8 minutes old. Limpar. even so, it's important they remain secure at the back, because 3-0 is brilliant, and you couldn't see Arsenal possibly conceding that in the away leg. 3-1 with the away goal, it means a 2-0 victory for Austria on their own soil would be enough to put them through. So Arsenal still have to stay vigilant. Rocastle sweeping it to Dixon. That penalty miss seems a long, long way away now. Adams. Adams. Campbell. Given away. Stopped by Rocastle. Lenigan's header. Merson trying to force his way through. Alfred Jacques. Christian Kozenik. Kozenik again. Then again, he must be careful. Ogris is in behind him. Well, they lost their concentration, and Andy Ogris punished them for it. Hennigan's mistake.
Yeah, the ball just slid off his body. Ogris got in very quickly, and it was a terrific finish, right in the top corner.
And it means, Gary, that there's still work for Arsenal to do tonight.
Well, there is. They really need another goal now to really make sure. As we see that again, right in the top corner, Dave seemed to have no chance. But they've got to concentrate. What they don't want to do, of course, is concede another one. I mean, at 3-1, I would say that Arsenal are fairly safe. But another goal for Arsenal, and they'll be back in the same position.
See on the touchline there, George Graham looking anything but pleased. So 3 goals in a matter of 6 minutes. 2 for Arsenal, 1 for Austria. It's been a rattling good game, actually, from almost the first whistle, hasn't it?
It has. We've had everything. Penalties, missed penalties, great saves, and lots of goals. Sure, there's more to come as well.
Adams. Up to Campbell. Wenderburn. Oh, a nice little dummy by Campbell. Limpar. Out though by Sturger. Out by Linigan, very positive there, whereas he was very hesitant just a moment ago when Ogris got in.
It was one of those that bounced at an awkward height, though. It bounced at stomach height, and it's very difficult to deal with that sort of ball. Although he'll still be very disappointed in himself.
Didn't seem to realise that the Austrian was there so close, did he?
No, he was in very quickly, and he certainly made him pay the penalty.
Kozenik now for Austria. Given Oscar, eluding Rocastle very skillfully. No foul. He was flattened there by Linigan. And now Merson to bring it away after some work there by Rocastle. Dixon gets it back. At Celtic, we hear of won 2-0 against the Belgian side, Epelon. Aberdeen are a goal down with 5 minutes to go against Copenhagen, and a yellow card for the number 4, Robert Friend. For the foul on Kevin Campbell.
I wonder if Austria will push forward now and try and get another one to really bring them back in the game. There's 2 ways of thinking approaching an away tie in Europe. I know when Johan Cruyff was manager of Barcelona, he used to say, well, we'll go all out and attack away from home and really try and score a goal for the advantage of it. And teams don't often expect that. And he wasn't worried by conceding 1 or 2 if they could score 1. The other way is thinking he's trying to keep it really tight and perhaps trying to get a 0-0 or sneak a goal on the attack, on the breakaway.
Wenderburn. Davis. I know which makes the better spectacle, Gary.
Yes, and I think English sides are often better suited by really going forward.
Now Dixon's got caught out, you see again. Arsenal's concentration has gone from the moment they were 3-0 up, and they've got to get themselves back into this now. They've conceded the free kick. It was Dixon's mistake there. Now this is where they'll have to watch for the likes of Manfred Jacques, number 5 and captain, whose really fierce drive quite early in this second half was kept out by Seaman. He's up behind this one again. It wasn't his, it was Peter Stöger. Arsenal still leading 3-1. Finnegan 1, Smith 2, Ogris for Austria Vienna. We play on a very small ground, actually, at least capacity. It's a very small ground in Austria. It's a capacity of 12,000. So they take their major games to the national stadium, the Prater Stadium, where Spurs played recently against Stockerau. There's Campbell. That's a corner.
Give a little warning to the Arsenal players when they play there. Take the mosquito repellent, because we were eaten alive on that pitch.
Yes, I remember it. And in the commentary box as well. Adams is up again. Finnegan's there, bobbing and weaving, looking for this Limpar corner. Ogris with a header. Now to Corvus. Plenty of yellow shirts are back for Arsenal. Here's Winterburn. Campbell. Kozinik quite easily getting that one away. Finnegan out jumping Ogris. Adams. Coolness personified there. Really long ball there, but it'll be too long for Limpar. An Oscar. Stöger, good challenge there by Paul Davis. Now David Rocastle to Anders Limpar. Limpar, obstruction there. Free kick. Ability to bring on 2 substitutes, Gary. I just wonder whether George Graham might feel that maybe some of the surging runs later on from Michael Thomas from the midfield might be a weapon that he would employ.
Well, it's possible, but I think Arsenal are playing very well at the moment, or they have done all night. They're sort of a bit of a setback with the goal, but I don't think he'll make a substitution just yet.
Davis up towards Linnigan.
It'd be difficult to think of who they'd take off.
Foul by Davis on Kozinik. Christian Kozinik, just 23 years old. A couple of caps for his country. This is Pfeffer, who was one of their World Cup players in Italy when the Austrians were beaten in the first round and qualify. Winterburn. He's done well there. Inside to Merson. Yeah. Back to Valve. David O'Leary and Perry Groves, 2 of the Arsenal subs. Siggy Jonsson. There's another one, Michael Thomas, and the reserve goalkeeper Alan Miller. The Arsenal subs tonight. Adams with a header. Up towards Campbell. Merson in close support. Here's Merson. Tried to chip that on again for Campbell. With an Oscar. Handball.
Arsenal have just lost the momentum a little bit at the moment, but you're bound to expect a spell in the game where things don't quite go right for you. I'm sure they'll come back into it soon. They just need to string a good move together to get them flowing again.
There's Campbell. Space here. Davis has made a good run for him, right through, but Campbell didn't want to pick him up. Instead, he picked up Rocastle. Here's Smith. It's a nice ball. Winterburn. Here's Merson. He's got the better of Pozanic. Flick to the outside of the boot. A terrific goal again. A hat-trick for Alan Smith. Well, 2 of Smith's 3 goals have had assist Paul Merson written alongside them. What about that for a little cross with the outside of the boot? Inch perfect. In comes Alan Smith. Back of the net, and Arsenal 4-1 up. Barry?
Well, I think that's the little move to get them going again. A terrific cross from Paul Merson and a perfect header in the top corner for Alan Smith. Cracking goal.
What a great start to the season Alan Smith's had as well. There's even Oscar trying something fairly spectacular there. Came to this game with 6 goals to his credit. It's now 9 in the last 7 games. And remember, he got 27 last season, 22 of them in the league. Up goes Campbell. Arsenal 4-1. Campbell looking to make it 5. Smith also in there. Smith has done it again. What a smile and what a performance. And what a scoreline. 5-1. Kevin Campbell had so much to say about it. Keeper just held him up there. Who's lurking on the edge of things again? You're right, Alan Smith. Gary Lineker, old mate of yours.
Yeah, great night for Alan. Smudger, we call him. He'll be delighted. There's nothing better there. He wants another one as well. But Campbell does well there. Again, he didn't quite have the finish, but the goalkeeper made a good save, and Alan Smith followed in, just as he's done on previous occasions tonight.
Davis brought down, free kick. They're demoralised now, the Austrians.
Yeah, it could end up a rout. Oh, the heads have
It's
gone
that
down
already. Apart from that one aberration when Linnigan let Ogris in, they powered in a terrific, good team performance here. They've kept their patience, they've kept their shape. They've found the firepower when they've needed it. And there may be more to come as Merson brings it high towards Alan Smith again.
I think the man of the match is quite safe.
Yes. Yes, it's not a difficult choice tonight. Alan Smith. And really, Arsenal can now look forward to quite a comfortable journey to the lovely city of Vienna in a fortnight's time. Adams. Empire just making it forward. Rocastle's after it. And there's Limpar. Well, it's a great introduction for Arsenal into the European Cup. And to be a little bit nervous, wondering just what they would be facing against the Austrian champions. But any fears they might have had have now been swept aside as they've moved into this 5-1 lead. Limpar. Towards Campbell. Could easily be another one. Might still be another one. No. Goalkeeper dreadfully exposed there, but he showed a lot of pluck in holding Campbell at bay.
Good work on the touchline from Limpar. Good cross. It's not been Kevin Campbell's night. He's done everything but score. The brakes just haven't gone for it. Bounced out, he has one go, then another, and then just bobbles it wide. And guess who I've got in the sweep? Wait for the next one.
That's right. Arsenal's throw. Lovely chant coming off the North Bank now. Boring, boring Arsenal. They're enjoying that.
Oh, here's Mercer. This could be another one. The whistle had gone, I think.
Yes, the flag was up. Interesting fact has just emerged from the producer that Smith is the first player in Europe to score 4 goals for 28 minutes. Dean Saunders did it earlier tonight. Oh, substitution coming on from the Austrian bench. Old Schneider. And we think it's Thomas Flögel who's coming off. I fear the horse is bolted now. Smith. Rocastle's ball for Merson. Now will Campbell get on the end of this one? No. Dixon with the header, helped by Rocastle. Aberdeen have lost by a goal to 0 against Copenhagen in the UEFA Cup. Thomas Flögel going off. Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. Norwich City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Southampton 1, Wimbledon 0. Schneider going straight to the heart of a defence that certainly needs a bit of shoring up. Coventry Leeds rather is still 0-0. Ivanoska. Country yellow shirts are back, but Ogris is in a position over here on the right-hand side, but looking a little disheartened. And Arsenal get a throw, and it's back with David Seaman. Arsenal's first appearance in Europe since 81-82. Schneider. First appearance since 81-82, and they've really made a night of it. I believe it's the first time Alan Smith has scored 4 goals in an Arsenal shirt. You partnered him up at Leicester. Did he ever do that sort of thing up there, Gary? Can you remember?
No, I don't think so. It's not very easy, you know, scoring 4 goals.
Winterburn. Smith. Limpar. Winterburn. Smith again. Winterburn. Rocastle. Limpar. Arsenal's throw. Just over a quarter of an hour left. If you just join us, a super Arsenal performance, leading FK Austria, the champions of Austria, by 5 goals to 1. Four goals for Alan Smith, and the first of his career for Arsenal for Andy Linegan. Smith. Ivanovski. Navakovas is there. Ogris on the far side. Still Ivanovski. Tried to thread that through to Andy Ogris. And Harry Groves now doing some warming up for Arsenal. Dixon. Rocastle. Trying to seek out Merson. In comes Dixon very quickly. Davis getting in there. Benningham trying to hold up Ogris. Free kick to Austria Vienna. Navakovas. It's important for Arsenal to get through this round and the next one, because thereafter there's a new format in the European Cup, which in fact could be quite a money spinner. UEFA in their wisdom have seen fit to tamper, I think, with a well-tried and a winning formula. And this season, after the second round of the European Cup, this is the first, remember, the 8 survivors form two groups of 4 clubs and play on a league basis, and the winners of those 2 leagues meet in the European Cup final. Question again, Winterburn getting it away. Sokologlu. Adams with a header. And at the moment, Rocastle down in a bit of pain. His troubles. The bandage you can see on his left hand was when he broke a finger here right at the start of the season, in fact pre-season, in the Makita Trophy in a game against Sampdoria. 24,124 here at Highbury today. You see the capacity here is 44,000, but for this European night, UEFA insists that the standing areas are reduced by 30% for a safety measure. So the capacity here in any case would only be 36. And a disappointing 17,000 at Liverpool for their return to Europe. But a wonderful victory for them. Throw to Arsenal. Cut out before it could reach Merson, but Rocastle in the action again. Finds Dixon.
He's played very well in the central midfield, David Rocastle.
He really looks like a man on a mission, doesn't he? He's got something to prove.
Oh, he's terrific.
And he's combined well with Paul Davis tonight, and he combined particularly well, I thought, with David Hillier at Crystal Palace on Saturday as well. But this business with the 2 leagues, Gary, and the European Cup after the second round, I think that's crazy, to be honest with you. I mean, it's done away with the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. It's not a genuine classic cup competition anymore.
No, and I think also it leaves it open to sort of negative tactics.
Let's read it for a minute. Oh, here's some positive work from Limpar. Can he finish it off, though? There's the answer. 6-1. Anders Limpar, in his own inimitable way, taking on the responsibility, finding the space between the goalkeeper and that near post.
Yes, he broke away there all on his own, rode the tackle well. He looked up, The goalkeeper committed himself too soon. He won't be happy with being beaten at the near post, but Anders Limpar certainly will be. Good interception in the first place. Broke clears, very quick on the run. Has a look up. The goalkeeper went down a little bit early. He sold himself there. It's important for goalkeepers to stand up as long as they can.
Just 11 minutes to go now. And Arsenal really piling on the agony for their Austrian guests. Rocastle. Merson. And you would know, Gary, from playing in Spain and knowing European football as you do, that no side in Europe really likes to be drawn against a British side, and this result will go right around Europe and will cause a few eyebrows to be raised.
That's right, because they don't face anything quite like it. They don't face the pressure of a team like Arsenal, the constant bombardment, the sheer physical effort. And I think that when we play teams in Europe, we should really play our typical style of closing, pressing, pushing, and putting on the pressure. That's what we've got to do in our second leg, because we're a goal down.
These are, remember, Austrian champions. They are leading the Austrian league.
And people say we've suffered from being out of Europe, but perhaps the continental clubs are suffering a bit through not having the practice of playing against us. With Manchester United's success last year.
Exactly.
And I think Arsenal will take a hell of a lot of beats in the European Cup.
Substitution. In fact, Arsenal making 2 substitutions. They're taking off Limpar.
Yeah, I think it's one each.
No, one each. Well, he's had a terrific game, Limpar. He really began to blossom before half-time down that left flank. Set up chances and scored the 6th goal himself. And Perry Groves comes on, and I think it's Ralph Hasenhüttl waiting to come on for Austria Vienna. And they've taken off Ivanauskas. Yes, it's Hasenhüttl who's on. Well, a little over 7 minutes left now. Here's a man who's been beaten 6 times. And he's played well, actually, the goalkeeper. Well, it could have been a much heavier defeat for the Austrians. But Arsenal are looking for more. Paul Davis. Winterburn. Merson. Kept that in play very skillfully, but what now? Oh, that's terrific stuff by Merson, taking them all off. And then taking on just a little too much. Bozanic. Ogris on the far side. Kept in by Dixon. Break again, Bozanic leading it now, and Hasenhüttl unable to control it. He's wearing number 14. Schmidt is down to be wearing number 14, so I'm slightly confused by this, but that I believe is Hasenhüttl. Bozanic challenging Perry Groves. towards Campbell. This is Jacques coming out of defence. Adams, head down, cheeks puffing, gets there before Hasenhüttl, back safely to David Silva.
Very solid at the back, Tony. We call him Rodders because he looks like the character out of Only Fools and Horses, but he's been as solid as ever. It's a great player to have at the back because he's so strong and especially in the air, very strong in the tackle, and he's a good motivator as well.
Shown tonight also, he's got a great degree of coolness about him, you know, when the heat's on him. Not much panic about Tony Adams.
No.
This is Nalbekovas. Sekelioglu to Ogris. Ogris, well, we've seen what he can do already, but it's hard to get into shooting range.
I think they've relaxed a little bit, Arsenal, now. They know they've got it sewn up. They're probably thinking of Saturday. A few lads are a bit tired because they've given it all tonight, and they're just perhaps going through the motions a little bit until the final whistle. The only ones who won't want to do that are the strikers, who will be hungry to score another goal.
Merson. There's Ogris. Nalbekovas. Oh, against the crossbar. Arsenal really escaped there. The Lithuanian really hammered that one. Nalbekovas.
Tremendous strike. Dipping all the time. Straight off the crossbar. They certainly know how to shoot. It's just as well they've not had too many occasions to do so.
Smith trying to get the header across there, but Pfeffer denied him that time. Arsenal inside the last 5 minutes. Just happy now to play out time and take this handsome 6-1 lead to the second leg. In a moment I shall ask you the name, the man of the match, as a formality. Gary, the European match, man of the match.
I'll go for Ogris.
Here's the man.
Oh, go on then, Alan Smith. Why not? No, it's a great night for Alan. 4 goals. It's something that I think he's probably the first time in his career he's done it. Certainly for Arsenal, we know that as a fact. And there's no other contender, although everybody in the Arsenal side's played brilliantly.
Yes, no doubt by the end of the night, he's to complete his night, he's going to be pounced on by Gary Newborn to get a word from the 4-goal hero.
I bet he can't wait for that.
There's Linnigan.
2 Brummies together, that.
Yes. Adams getting Winterburn forward. Adams. Merson. Jacques. Inside the last 2 minutes now. So trying to hold up Hasenhüttl. We've made a good break here. Safely into the arms once again of David Seaman. And a good throw out for Nigel Winterburn.
Merson's made the break. The flag stayed down. This could be number 7. But it won't be. Merson tried so hard to play that into the path very unselfishly of Kevin Campbell. Feeling maybe that Campbell's done as Gary says, just about everything but score tonight. This is Schneider. I think with a minute left, it's worth just saying seriously, this has been a terrific Arsenal performance coming back into Europe. Not easy to handle a European occasion, which will be new to these players, but they've played with great team spirit, a lot of skill, and most wonderful firepower as well.
Yeah, they've been by far the best side throughout the whole night. They deserved to be ahead. They deserved to be ahead before they scored. And once they did, it was just it was really a formality or a question of how many they would score. There's still time for another.
Here's Merson.
Well, they beat Manchester United 5-1 in a pre-season. Flag has gone up this time, but I've seen the tape of that, and that really was a pre-season. That was ultra friendly. So I don't think too much store should have been taken by that. Well, we're playing time added on for stoppages at an end of a memorable night here at Highbury, with Arsenal truly back in Europe, and back in Europe with style. The Austrians know it's all up with them. There's no way in the world that they can pull this round in Vienna in a fortnight's time.
I'll have a little bet with you that George Graham says it's not all over yet.
This is Prozanik. Dixon getting back there. Back to Seaman. It's been a good day for English sides back in Europe. Manchester United getting their draw in Greece. Liverpool their handsome victory in the UEFA Cup. And Arsenal with theirs here tonight. We just need your club to put it right against Hajduk Split in the second leg, Gary.
We'll be trying. Actually, to be perfectly honest, we're a little bit fortunate to have only been one down, and they played very well. We got away with it a little bit, but we're certainly in contention.
Merson, straight to the keeper.
And if we play as well as Arsenal did, I think we'll be in the next round.
And I can tell you, Gary, we are doing that game live from Tottenham in the second leg. Spurs versus Hajduk Split.
Look forward to it.
Something in a fortnight's time for us all to look forward to. Yes, the thought is we might not be able to do the co-commentary that night.
I hope
Well,
not.
here's Hassan to Ogris. Well cut out there by Davis. To Schneider, one of the substitutes. Trying to get Hasenhüttl in on the far side, but it'll be a goal kick. And he's played a good 2 minutes of time added on now.
I think they'll all want the whistle to go now. The Austrians have had enough, and Arsenal will be just ready to celebrate.
Yes, I think Arsenal are satisfied now. That's a throw to Austria Vienna. Still not satisfied, George Graham. There he goes, gets it back to the safety of David Seaman. Another look at the Swedish referee's watch. Tony Adams. Breaks for Ogris. Looking at the watch now, the final whistle. Arsenal truly back in Europe with a handsome victory and a superb performance here against the Austrian champions. 4 goals for Alan Smith. Before that, one by Andy Linegan, his first for Arsenal. And after that, with just 11 minutes to go, as you can see, superb solo goal from Anders Limpar. But a great team performance here tonight for Arsenal, warning the rest of Europe that they are truly back in European business. Ogris, the lone scorer, number 7 for Austria Vienna. But a night truly when Arsenal are back on song. And let's have a word now with the 4-goal hero, Alan Smith, with Gary Newbold.
Well, it's a great night for Arsenal and a great night for you, Alan. The side's been inconsistent, so how do you account for tonight?
It was one of those nights where we created a lot of chances and we seemed to put them all in tonight.
But what about your performance? You've never scored 4 before in a match, have you?
No, I don't think I have, actually. I didn't think of that before, but they just seem to keep coming in a 20-minute patch.
Of those goals, I mean, the cross from Merson was terrific, wasn't it, when you look back on those?
Superb, yeah. We played some lovely football tonight. I mean, it was quite hard first half, but second half, once we got a couple of goals, we played some nice, attractive football.
OK, well, you can enjoy Vienna and you can enjoy tonight. We'll get you the match ball. Well done.
Okay, cheers.
OK, well, we'll be able to see Alan Smith's goals again a little later on, along with the views of Kenny Dalglish. But after the break, we'll be looking at Manchester United in Europe. Join us again in a moment. Welcome back. In the European Cup tonight, Arsenal beat Austria Vienna by 6-1, and they looked pretty good.
I think the rest of Europe will be looking at that result, and I think they'll be pretty scared of Arsenal. I think there'll be a lot of clubs in a fortnight's time wanting to avoid Arsenal in the second round.
Right, and the hero very much Alan Smith, 4 second-half goals in the space of 16 minutes. He was red hot tonight, Ken.
Yeah, he was always there or thereabouts. He kept their spirit up despite not getting many breaks in the first half and missing a penalty. This is a great volley from Merson, great save from the goalie. But Alan Smith's there and he puts it away superbly, really.
There's the second
one's a long throw in. Lanigan touches it on and goes to Campbell, who was unlucky himself not to score, holds it off, and then puts it away against Smith in the corner.
I mean, he really has, and Alan Smith having a great run. I mean, that was his 8th of the season, 9 and 10 to come.
Well, this is a great ball from Merson. He gets past the full-back, composes himself and looks up. He swings it in with outside his right foot. And people might say it's bad defending, but look at the credit side of it. Look at the ability Merson's shown. This is Campbell does all the work here again. He goes past 5.
Little handball there, I thought, actually,
Well,
having seen it again.
But the goalkeeper puts his hand in it, and he's there against Smith, under the goalie's body, and the two can't get it off the line.
And just to sort of wrap it all up, along came Anders Limpar. Yeah, go on.
He's anticipated the pass from the substitute. He's gone past him. He's looked across. There's nobody there. He's looked at the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's come off his post for 2 or 3 shots, and he's thought about it, and he's watched him and waited for him, and drilled it into the near post.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just...
He can be a bit cheeky, can't he? I mean, that was really
clever.
Cute. Yeah,
clever. I mean,
right.
he's just watched the game, watched the goalkeeper, and putting it back in there.
Well, I can tell you, Ken, the decision has already been made where we'll be in 2 weeks' time on the European match. It's at Tottenham. You'll be able to see it live. Spurs against Highgate split. Also highlights of Arsenal and Manchester United on that night. Our Sunday series, by the way, just to mark your card, Sunday, 6th of October at 2:55, Manchester United against Liverpool. That's not a bad way to start, is it? Kenny, just before we go, it's smashing to have you with us all day. It's been a long day, hasn't it? Tell me, what about your future plans? There's so much speculation at the moment linking you with the Blackburn job, the vacant manager's job there. What is the truth behind that one?
Well, the truth is, a lot of people seem to know what Ken Dalglish is doing before Ken Dalglish himself knows what to do. As I've said before and I've said in the past, I'm completely open-minded whether I go back into football or not. I'm at the stage now where I've got to consider what I want to do for myself. If I want to remain in the position that I'm at the moment, or do I want to go back in? I've not made that decision yet, so I don't know how other people can comment on what I'm doing and what I'm not doing.
Very quickly, is there a chance?
Of me coming back in? Well, it's been 20 years of your life, there's always a chance, but in what capacity, I wouldn't know.
OK, well, thanks very much for being with us today. We've had a... Well, not such a good afternoon, but a very enjoyable evening indeed, with Arsenal in the European Cup absolutely thrashing Austria Vienna by 6-1. We'll see you in 2 weeks at White Hart Lane. From Kenny and me, bye-bye.